When you are bootstrapping a business, you're not just selling a product, you're selling a story. A story of grit, authenticity, and relentless hustle. But if your brand voice doesn't communicate that in every word, post, and email, you are leaving money on the table. Today, we're breaking down how to define a brand voice that cuts through the noise, connects with your audience, and builds loyalty without spending a cent more than you have to. My name is Jan Bakebongo, and for years, I've worked with businesses to build strong, compelling brand voices that not only connects but converts. And today, I'm going to walk you through how to define a brand voice that clearly represents your startup missions, resonate with your audience, and stand out of the competition. The first point is you need to start with your why, your mission, your values, and your purpose. When resources are limited, every word counts. You can't afford to throw contents out there and hope it sticks. Start with what's true. Why did you start this business? What specific problem are you solving? What's the one thing you want to be known for? If you're building a productivity tool for small business owners, your voice might be supportive, encouraging, and practical, like a coach who gets it. If you are disrupting a tired industry, maybe your tone is bold, edgy, and slightly rebellious, like that friend who tells it like it is. Your mission is the anchor. Your values are the lens. If your content doesn't align with those two things, it's just noise. The second point is that you need to know your audience, like really know them. You can't just shout into the void and hope the right people hear you. You need to know who you are talking to and why and how you speak to them. How to nail your audience is very important. Research the language. Spend time scrolling through LinkedIn, Instagram comments, and Reddit threads. What words do they use? What frustrations keep coming up? You need to build personas. You need to go deeper than age and gender. Think about what keeps them up at night. Are they overwhelmed startup founders? Time-strapped managers? You need to listen and adapt. Your audience is always talking. Pay attention, adjust, and speak their language. If your target audience is solo entrepreneurs struggling with time management, they are likely using words like overwhelmed, burned out, or can't keep up. Your content should echo that language, showing your understanding of their challenge. And don't be afraid to analyze competitors, but don't copy them. You don't want to blend in. You want to stand out. And that starts with analyzing the competition without replicating them. And the best way to stand out is to analyze their tone. Are they professional, playful, inspirational? Identify gaps within what they are already doing. Are they too corporate, too vague, too generic? Flip the script. If they're all serious, go conversational. If they're all safe, try to be bold. If your competitors are all speaking in polished corporate tones, consider going more casual and relatable. Instead of saying, for example, our CRM streamline workflows, say, spend less time chasing tasks and more time closing deals. That's the best way of saying it. Content becomes instantly more approachable and more memorable. You need to define your brand personality, and that's a very important point. If your startup was a person, imagine your brand as a person. Are they the helpful friend or the no BS mentor? The quirky innovator? You need to choose 3 or 5 adjectives to define your brand. Bold, witty, empathetic, confident, authoritative, approachable, practical, resourceful, and straightforward. Write them down and keep them visible. Every piece of content should pass the "does this sound like us" test. If your startup is a financial app targeting young entrepreneurs, you might decide to go with bold, educational, and slightly humorous. So instead of saying, monitor your expenses effectively, you would say, your wallet called it. It wants you to stop ignoring those spending alerts. Try to write sample content. You can test them and refine them. It's time to put your brand voice in action. You need to write 3 pieces of content that clearly reflects your tone. You can have a 150-word bio, a quick pitch for startup that oozes personality. You need to optimize your social media posts to something you will share to introduce your brand. Your product description needs to be on point. It needs to explain what you do, but with your own unique voice. If your voice is playful and encouraging, your social post might say, feeling overwhelmed? You are not alone. Our productivity hub helps you tackle that to-do list, one tiny win at a time. Post it, track engagement, and listen to what your audience tells you. Your audience will tell you what works and what does not work. And try to document it. Try to use it to create a brand voice guide. Your brand voice guide isn't just a vibe, it's a system. And systems need structure, what to include and what not to include. And here are the things you need to include in your brand guideline. Your adjectives, those 3 to 5 words that define your voice. Your do's and don'ts, which essentially will be words to use and what to avoid. This will help you showcase how your voice comes through in product descriptions, emails, or social posts. But you need to start writing them down. If your brand voice is witty, approachable, and direct, include specific phrases like no fluff, just facts. We keep it simple so you can keep moving. Consistency is key. Every team member should know how to write your brand's voice and be authentic and consistent. Stay true to who you are. Your brand voice isn't just about what you say, it's how you say it consistently. Consistency builds trust. Trust builds loyalty. Whether it's a reply to a customer email, a LinkedIn post, or a product landing page, your voice should be unmistakably yours. If your voice is straightforward and practical, you wouldn't say, discover our revolutionary workflow enhancement solution. Instead, you will say, get more done without the stress. It's clear, it's direct, it's you. You need to define it, refine it, and own it. Your brand is your superpower, especially when you are bootstrapped. You can't outspend the competition, but you can outsmart them with a voice that's distinct and unmistakably yours. Define it, refine it, and own it. Because when people hear your brand, they should know it's you, even before they see your logo. And if today's episode helped clarify how to define a brand voice that resonates, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and share your thoughts below. What's the biggest challenge you are facing in defining your brand's voice? Drop a comment and let's talk about it. Let's build a brand voice that's clear, compelling, and uniquely yours. See you in the next video.